Hey guys, welcome to another book review video. It's been a while since I reviewed a book, and I just thought to come here and review an amazing book that I read. So in case you've not watched my previous book review videos, I'm going to leave it up here and also in the description. So go watch those videos. You're going to have an amazing time. The book I'm going to be reviewing today is The Marriage Class by Adesuwa O'man Nwokedi. And I don't have the physical book with me, obviously. I read the e-book, so I'm going to leave a picture of the cover somewhere around here. So my friend Toby read it and then he recommended the book. The book is written by a Nigerian author, and because normally I would read about the book if I had the physical copy, but I don't have the physical copy, so I'm just going to be reviewing it from the top of my head based on how I have read it. I promise not to give any spoilers, just like my other book review videos. I don't give any spoilers. I just give my review and also give my ratings and recommendations here and there. So the book Marriage Class, a general overview of it is just about different couples coming together to attend a marriage class. So there's a main protagonist, right? But the book didn't just focus on her. It focused on, I think her name is Abby. It focused on other people as well, not just her. These are like different couples coming together to attend the marriage class, and then they get to learn a lot about marriage. And at the end of the day, some of them ended up not getting married, some of them ended up getting married, some of them ended up getting really closer, some of them ended up getting drifting far apart. So the book is about, I think there are 10 different couples. So if you start reading the book from the beginning, you might get confused, who is this person, who is that person? Because that's the experience I had when I started reading the book. I knew who the protagonist is, but when they started introducing other characters, and I'm like, what's going on? One thing I love about the book is that they are different how do I put it, point of view, where the writer was able to show us the couples outside the marriage class. So in the marriage class, the marriage counselor will ask the couples different questions. The first question they asked was, oh, how did your significant other propose? And they get to share their stories, and then you get to hear really funny stories. And it's crazy how the stories are real. How, I don't want to give any spoilers, but how stories are some people, how they get to propose to them on a very beautiful setting, and there's some people that they just say take this ring, and there's some people that you just don't know, they just ended up planning a wedding. And there are different ways that people propose to each other, and sometimes the men will not even say will you marry me, they just end up planning a wedding. So the book is just so real, where you get to see different ways of relationship and how people come together. There was the part of age difference as well. There's a couple that they had age difference. In fact, it was just a very sweet mix of different couples that you get to read in the book. There was a couple that they had nothing in common. There's a particular couple that one was feeling more beautiful and the other wasn't feeling, that kind of relationship where some people will say, this guy is too fine to be with this girl, or this girl is too fine to be with this guy. They had those kind of things. So it was really nice. They had couples that their proposal was so lavish, and they had couples that they didn't really talk about proposal. They just said planning. There are different couples that some of them were dating for a very long time, some of them they were just dating for a very short time, and they were already planning to get married. If you know. So the stories are really nice. And then each of the marriage class, the marriage counselor gets to ask them different questions to get to know, for them to get to know each other better, and to know if they actually know stuff about each other. They talked about communication in the class, finance, literally everything about life. They talked about everything, literally all the basic necessary things they usually talk, people in a relationship are supposed to talk about. They talked about it in the marriage class, and it was seen that some of the couples did not even know themselves well enough to get married. So the marriage class was an eye-opener, and it was also teaching as well. So if you're planning to get married, or you actually desire to get married and you've not found a partner yet, that book will actually teach you a lot, because it's in form of fiction, but she literally just wrote how life is. I don't know how she was able to do that, but she literally brought like any scenario you could think of, it's in that book. Yes. And then I had a good time. You would laugh. At some point you feel sad. At some point, not really sad per se, but you just feel sad about the particular couple, and so about you feel angry, like why are this couple even together? Because it was obvious that some of the couples were not meant to be together, but they're just trying to force it. While it was obvious that some couples were meant to be together. And then if you're the kind of person that love and fairy tales, oh my god, you're gonna love this book, because there are some couples that are just so loving, and it's just like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And it was just so nice reading the book. The writer did a very good job. And then even the part where the marriage counselor will ask them something in the marriage class, and then some of them get to lie, some of the couples lie just to cover up themselves or to cover up their partner, but then the author goes back to review what actually happened. Like one of them that said that a particular way that her man proposed to her, the author got to tell us that that's not actually what happened. Something went down. There's even all this Instagram paparazzi. Like, see, any scenario of character of couple that you see maybe on social media in real life, you most likely find one or two you can relate with in that particular book. So I really enjoyed the book. The number of pages of the book are not much, but I finished it in a couple of days because obviously I'm busy and I'm not really used to e-copies. But I think if it was a hard copy, it's something I could read in like 2 days. But the pages are not really much, and the author knows how to infuse humor into the book. So if you're looking for a book that is entertaining, it's educative, it's informative, then this book is actually an amazing book that you should consider reading. And if I should give my rating, I'll give it a solid 9/10. Yeah, I'll give it a 9/10. So if you don't know, my book reviews are rated over 10. So you might be wondering what is 9. Yeah, it's over 10. So yeah, I give it a 9, and it's a very good book, and I hope to read more books from the author as well. I enjoyed reading the book. If you've read this book, let me know in the comments what you think about the book, or if you've read maybe other books by the author, do well to recommend some to me. I would love to read them. If you've also read a book that kind of like looks like this, then please also recommend as well. While you're leaving your comments, for those that have read the book, please do not give any spoilers so that other people can have that feeling, that nice feeling they would have when they are reading the book for the first time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I post other content that you find educative, informative, entertaining, and inspiring. Check out these other recommended videos. I'm sure that you're going to love them. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.